Hello, Jackson Heights Cobras. This is your Cobra commentator, Crit and Profit, alongside James Bottom. I'm your play-by-play. He's your color. We'll switch off on Game 3, but let's get talking about Overwatch. Starting off with this real quick. So, we are on Week 4 now, and I gotta immediately ask you this, James. Is it crazy that we're already hitting Week 4 of esports season?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, I like that answer. It's a good answer, quick and easy. And that's truthfully, it's kind of crazy. And football, they're getting wrapped up. This esports season, well, we still got some time to go. We'll run until December. We got the distance to go here, folks. But anyway, like I was saying, week 4 we have Busan. Last week, green team did not play. Gold team played. We did not stream that game, but we are giving you coverage of green team today, which we'll get shortly with them in just a moment. And then we have the gold team footage that will be covered by Samuel McKinney alone, so you'll have him doing a little bit of the both play-by-play and the color, and then he'll also be breaking down what's kind of happening, the agents who are being selected and played. But green team, gold team, both teams will start off on Busan on the control game or the match, and then the loser of control will go and choose the map of hybrid. Loser of the hybrid match chooses the flashpoint. It's a best of 5, so if it's a 3-way sweep, if it's a series sweep out of the 5 games, automatic 3-0, then you're done. But like the gold team did on our first victory of the regular season, we went up 1, so it was 1-0, and then we lost 2 straight, so we went down 1-2. But then we made a comeback and won 3-2. That was our first official win. Right now, gold team sits at 1-2 going into week 4, and green team sits at 0-2 heading into week 4. They will have a makeup game during week 8 or so, week 9. This game rotation, of course, is only just for a few. It only goes up to week 5, but we'll update that shortly. The game is currently being created. Now, who are your Cobra players playing tonight? Well, I'm glad you asked, folks. All right, I want to break this down right here for you. Who is coming in tonight to play? Well, first things off, you got Peyton, aka Plumbat. You got Rigsby, aka Pop. You gotta help me with this, James.
Pop tabs in HR.
Pop tabs in a jar. Okay, there we go. I got it. That one, that gives me a little bit of trouble sometimes. And then we got Tristan, Bo, Aslan, going down through usernames, Plumbat, tabs in a jar, Attack Titans, Godfather, and Jokey Swan, all in the order that I named them off originally. Peyton's playing tank, Rigsby's playing DPS, Bo's playing support, Aslan's playing support, and Tristan's playing damage. That's what they are most likely going to be coming out and starting as for today's game. Now we've been usually seeing Peyton been playing a mix of Orisa, a little bit of Diva, just some characters that she's trying to get comfortable with. Rigsby's been mostly playing Cassidy, who I like to compare to Clint Eastwood, just in the way he looks and the way he can kind of sling his 6-shooter. Just kind of a little comparison for you folks at home, just on what that character does. And then Bo, he plays either Lifeweaver or Zenyatta. Those are the players he's been going through. I've seen him play a little bit of Mercy, so either one, he's going to try to pick up a support, and he's going to try to do it well. Bo's just a really good team player, and he plays that support position quite well. But he does have really good aim, so it does help that he's able to chip a little damage as well in the support role. Going on to Aslan, she's been playing a lot of Lucio. She probably inspires a little bit after. We also have Talon, who is playing also on Team Green. We don't have that updated here. We'll make sure we do update that. But Talon will be playing in with them. I don't believe he's starting this first game, though. But he'll be playing in the second game. So he'll come in. He'll come in for the DPS role for Team Green. Well, anyway, like I was saying, Aslan, she plays Lucio, and going into you, James, I think she looks at you playing Lucio in practice, and she sees how well you're doing. Explain some things that she can do as Lucio to help the team succeed.
Speed, wall ride. Lucio's just good. There's a lot he can do. It's hard to learn him though.
Well, you have it, folks. It's hard to learn, but when you can master him, you can be the jack of all trades. Is what I'm interpreting,
But like,
okay.
it's just, I don't know. He's weird.
He's weird. That's what it is, folks. He's just a little weird. All right, folks. We're getting into the game in just 1 second. Last one. Tristan. He likes to usually play Genji. That's who he usually enjoys playing. Quickly covering. So first up, we have control. 2 teams fight to hold a single objective on the map while in the control point. The team's percentage adds up. So Team Jackson Knights comes on first. Team Green comes on first. They can control it. Get that percentage up. Once you hit 100%, you win the first round. All right, folks, are you ready for some Overwatch? Because here we go. Jackson Heights Cobras. We got it going now. Right. Oh, it looks like Aslan will be playing Baptiste. So Baptiste, he has a machine gun, or a 3 burst fire machine gun, but also he has a healing orb that shoots out of the gun. So you can not only do damage with your gun, you could also heal with it. He also has an immortality shield he can deploy on the ground, and an aerial heal that he can use using his, in this case, left shift that is binded to. And as I said, Tristan most likely playing Genji, which he is, and then Rigsby playing Cassidy, which is now just quickly taken down by the Reinhardt. Reinhardt using a strike and dash attack. Looks like we're watching Genji levitate into the sky above. And it's just what you'd consider a bug. Just, some Wi-Fi or glitch, some Wi-Fi connection issues. And it looks like the Pennsylvania team has taken point already. Aslan doing a great job shooting her shooting her teammates, keep them healed. However, though, even though Baptiste can heal his teammates with his healing gun, he cannot heal himself. He has to rely on using his shift ability to apply the area heal like he just did to his teammates. But right now, doing a great job focusing on his teammates and getting them the heal they need. Right now, this is Peyton playing tank. You see the enemy team's Reinhardt tank. They're kind of going against each other. Peyton needs some heals, and she's getting them right now. Tristan was just taken down by the Cassidy and the Brig on the enemy team. Peyton having a nice javelin onto the Junkrat, but the Junkrat got back. It looks like a Moira switch happened for Jackson Heights. For Team Green. I can't see who's playing it for us. It looks like Bo made the Moira switch, and Moira is a really good healer in Overwatch, but what I'm told from my gold teammates is that when I play Moira, I'm pretty much a DPS, which means I'm not doing my job at support. And no offense, James, I just think that's how you should play support. You should play aggressively. No? He's giving me that look of disapproval. He's saying, you suck, but that's okay. That's why I'm a DPS player, folks. Here to get the damage, not here to get the heals. Anyway, continuing looking onto our team right now. Right now, Aslan actually has her ults. Jokey Swan having her ult, she can put it down, allowing a damage boost. Any bullets that go through this wall will apply a damage boost to the bullets and will do more damage to the enemies on the other side of the wall. Aslan, who was trying to heal Bo as he was just kind of rolling around the map, not able to do much. And pinned against the wall and taken down was the Reinhardt onto Rigsby. It looks like a switch to Reaper has been made by Tristan. And the first round has been won by the Pennsylvania team. It was 100% completed. It's 1-0. The start of control. We saw a good effort at first just to try to take point from this green team, but they just got pushed back. But you saw a lot of good adjustments. You saw that Bo switched from 3 different healers. At first he was Zenyatta, and then he, figured out it wasn't working, so then he switched over to Moira, and now he's at Lifeweaver. And of course, Peyton, she's been sticking with Orisa. Orisa's considered one of those meta characters in the game, which means it's just a character that majority of people play because they're easily exploited in the way that they are played. Also, you're also seeing Tristan, who's been switching from Genji to Reaper. You get to see my brother play as Kaisen Prophet. He does make some really impressive Reaper plays, which you'll be able to see when Team Gold comes up and plays. And let me tell you, those Reaper plays, they are quite amazing. And it's a really great way to get into the Halloween spirit, to let the Reaper reap. So anyway, right now, is the Cassidy just ulted and took out Rigsby, who's playing Soldier right now. So his ult has an automatic lock-in Deadeye to whoever's in his area and just headshots them, takes them down. Or excuse me, that wasn't an ult, he just got a headshot. He's actually headshotted 2 people now. And a headshot also on the Tristan. It looks like it's nearly a team sweep, and it will be. Apart from, it looks like Rigsby, who is on the site by himself. The team right now, green team, they're doing a great job at the moment. They're just talking like, hey guys, let's get together, let's communicate, and let's attack the point as a team. Right now, technically the tank should be ahead, but, you know, Aslan, she takes the initial push. Tristan walks up in front, gets taken down immediately, and then also Rigsby is taken down by a satchel, knocking him off the cliff. And it looks like another clean sweep for the Pennsylvania team. You're going to see a switch in tank. It's Peyton. She's going from Orisa to Roadhog. Roadhog has a shotgun in one hand and a sickle in the other. The sickle, you know, for any of you folks who may be old-timey fans of Mortal Kombat, the get over here from Scorpion, that's exactly what you just got to see. But the D.Va ulted, only able to get Bow. And then ult from the Junkrat, it looks like a combination of ults, a combo, if you will, comes out from the Pennsylvania team. First you saw the D.Va ult, and then you saw the Junkrat ult. Both ults that do explosive radial damage. If you are inside of that radius of the explosion, it's an instantaneous death. You don't get no damage, you know, health taken away from you. You are just you're a goner if you're within that small radius that both of those cover. Of course, to avoid them, what you want to do is you just simply want to get behind cover. That's going to be it for the second round of the control map. That's pretty much what you can consider in volleyball terms. Game, set, match, which means that will be the final. We're going to see the play of the game made by the Cassidy on the other team. He's got a nice shot, and I believe he threw in some dynamite. And yes, he did. He got 2 kills there, so that was their play of the game. We're going to switch back off and go into a tiny intermission here while things switch. So Jackson Heights Cobras will choose, or the Jackson Heights Green team will be choosing between the maps Ekenwald, Midtown, or New Bonnie for Hybrid. Hybrid, you want to capture the point, and after you capture it, you push the payload. So, we'll be right back in just a second. We have some adjustments coming up. Looks like we're going to have Rigsby come out and Talon come in. Talon, he's a really decent player for us, gold team, and you know, going down to the green team, he could really help them kind of formulate maybe a better and stronger team. But we'll be right back right after this. We are the Jackson Heights Cobras. Hello, Jackson Knights Cobras. We are back. It's your Cobra commentator, Brennan Prophet, and this is Cobra Esports. Alongside James Bottom as well, who's just having a great time looking at funnies on his phone. Anyway, well, we're getting here in just a second. Real quick, though, Jackson Knights Cobras, we are on Hybrid. And for Hybrid, we have an offensive team that has to first capture the payload and then escort it to the end checkpoint. Defensive team has to stop them. So, are you folks ready for some Overwatch? Because I am. We're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna be following right now. Jackson, the green team, will be playing defense first, so they not only have to prevent the payload from being captured, they have to prevent it from being escorted all the way. So we saw the transition. Rigsby came out, Talon came in. We're seeing the Reaper from Talon. Talon also likes to play Reaper. You're seeing Godfather, aka Bo. He made a switch. He's going to be playing DPS at Ashe. And you're going to see Tristan play Kiriko. So an interesting switch for this team as they try to get the comp switched around. And, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to it because, you know, the way I see Bo, and he's definitely has a lot of skill with his aim. You can see it right there. Talon trying to get out using his teleport, but just got caught. You're seeing Bo at the moment over the top playing Ashe. Ashe is a good character to use. You have to really aim for the head, though. All of the Cobras taken down, and that's an ace for the Pennsylvania team. It looks like Talon is waiting for his team a little bit. I think, not sure if your team green, you're going to be able to get to this point. I think you want to just start thinking about what defenses you want to start setting up for the door. And that's what's going to happen here. Junkrat boosting out, getting away from Talon. Talon, he's able to use his dismiss if he gets in danger. He does. He's going to have to get some heals from the Kiriko. Looks like Kiriko hasn't been able to hit him with the heal yet, and then he does. Or that's the Baptiste. He gets him with the healing. The Orisa putting a lot of heavy pressure on Talon. He's only at 24 HP. He's being chased down by the whole enemy team, and he is taken down by Bridget's hammer. Now we got Bo. Bo made the switch to Pharah. Pharah is this character. It honestly kind of looks like Samus from Metroid, if any of you folks know. But anyway, she's a character who can fly in the air, boost herself, and she can shoot rockets at the ground. She's like a attack helicopter up there, you know, getting the high ground. And she's really already making a huge impact, doing a lot of damage to the Moira on the ground. This might be a good team switch, but he's able to also dodge the Orisa ult with being able to fly. He's actually not targeted a whole lot. Bo doing a deal amount of damage and keeping the team back, but Team Green just not able to do much with it. It's the team ace and sweep once again. The payload is just merely minutes away, maybe even just a minute away from being secured from the Pennsylvania team. It's being escorted by currently 4 people right now. Now down to 3. You can see that thing at the very top there. With like the 1, the 2, those numbers switching indicate the people on the payload and if they're progressing with progress. Right now, Talon getting really aggressive, almost capturing a kill on the Brig, but not able to. She's at low HP. Maybe he can, but no, he's taken down. But, you know, that aggressive was definitely the play you needed to make there. And Echo switch, you see Bo, he's been switching a lot of characters, just trying to see what works. It's kind of his first time in a game with DPS. A Junkrat ult comes out, it's in the middle, almost taking out all of Team Green, but it only took out 2. And it looks like the payload has been secured. So that will be it for the first round of Hybrid. Now there will be a second round for the second round. Now teams will switch. Team Green this time will be on attack, and the Pennsylvania team will be on defense. All the Pennsylvania team has to do is stop Team Green from touching the initial payload point. As long as they prevent them from touching that payload point, within 4 minutes and 44 seconds total time. They by default won the match. So we got 44 seconds here to prepare to attack. So right now, both teams talking over strategy. If you're Team Green, you want to, you know, work probably a little better with communication, stacking, grouping up, using a little bit of combos off of each other. We're seeing a lot of good characters come out now. You see the Shojorn come out from Talon, aka Nolat6002. Some awesome things to actually talk about is that we've been able to create merchandise. Of course, it is only for the players at the moment, but we have shirts and hoodies. And on top of that, we actually have shirts now. Yes, that's right, folks. We have jerseys. We have official jerseys for playing in. And everyone on the team who's played it will be able to use one. And the Moira is quickly taken down. A first blood for Team Green. They haven't been able to get a first blood all year, and that's their first one. Very impressive. Thanks to Talon and Peyton with the finisher. However, Aslan is taken down. I believe we're seeing Tristan assist by using Lucio, and it looks like even though the start looked good for a bit for Team Green, it wound up going into a team sweep. The Pennsylvania team wiping out all of Team Green. Team Green only has 3 minutes and 13 seconds to touch the point and move it all the way to the end. If not, they lose. You're seeing Aslan doing a great job staying in the back. She's playing Baptiste, but now she's getting a little bit aggressive now. Pushing up with Bo. A Brig comes in though, and Brig, she gets health off of every hit she hits. So it's hard to deal damage onto her. Looks like Bo is trying to do it all up in the front row right now with Echo. Someone he's quite taken fond with as a character, especially at the end of the last round. And the Junkrat right now on the enemy team is just kind of what you'd consider spam firing his little, well, fireballs, which explode, and making it quite hard for this Team Green to really get to those contested areas and move up. Right now you have Talon who's pushing in, getting aggressive on the Cassidy. The Cassidy who has really great aim and precision, as you saw him land his dynamite. Something that sticks immediately to the person. Almost like Tracer's ult, if you can hit them dead on. Green team only 143 left to go, and it looks like it's really not going to be enough time to capture that point or push it all the way down. So what the Scobert Green team will be looking forward to is they'll pick either between New Junk City or Savasa on Flashpoint. And I don't know if Talon will come out or he will stay in. I assume he will probably stay in, but that I'm quite unsure of right now. You see Talon, though, he's been doing a lot of work right now for Team Green. He's taking a really good teleport. It's unfortunate he doesn't have his ult, because if he did, this would be an opportune moment to jump in and use his ult. Maybe he can get it. He just needs a few gunshots, but the Junkrat way. Diva takes down Peyton. It looks like we're experiencing a minor glitch. Alright. Anyway, Echo, we're watching Echo right now. It's Bo, he's over the top. Oh, and look that, you see the Reaper will come out. He takes down the Junkrat, but he's taken down by Cassidy since Reaper stands in place during the ult. And 19 seconds are left for Team Green, and it looks like they won't win it. They'll be down 0-2 in the series, going on to the third game, which means if they lose it, that will be all there is for them on the night. Varsity Gold Team will be playing at 4, so we'll keep the stream going once this game ends. assuming it ends in a sweep, we'll have about a 10 to 15 minute intermission, and we'll come back at 4:05, and we will be playing the gold team. We're going to take a quick break right now, though, and we'll be right back on Game 3.
junker.
I don't do problems, just solutions. This beat will...
Hello, Jackson Heights Cobras. It's your Cobra commentator, Critter and Prophet, and we're back. It's Game 3 Flashpoint. And folks, real quick, just to explain the rules, 2 teams of 5 players, each fight on the same map to capture multiple objectives. You need to capture 3 out of the 5 that will appear on the game. But getting right back straight into the game, we have some adjustments. We have Cabin coming in for the first time tonight. So Cabin will be playing alongside Talent at DPS. He's pretty much been a Junkrat mate, and that's what will continue. Cabin, aka Carlson 138. You got the Baptiste right now, Aslan. She's been sticking with it and sticking to it truthfully. And that's big on her. That's she's really trying to master that character, and Baptiste is definitely a good one to do so. But it looks like early in Game 3, it's going to be a team sweep. The Pennsylvania team takes over very quickly, and the first flashpoint is being controlled. You can see it moving up 8%. Once that hits 100, that's 1 down, 2 more points to go. We got 17 minutes here until we get things going for Team Gold, which you'll hear Samuel McKinney do coverage of. Switch from Reaper to Sojourn is Talon, and excuse me if I'm trying to pronounce my words a little bit here. I just had an amazing snickerdoodle from a Gold Team player, Sean. I know he's actually can listen to this, and I just want to let you know those were some pretty darn good cookies, homemade, and man, are they good. And I feel bad for you folks at home not able to snack on one, but who's snacking? Hopefully Gold Team is, because we're going to be not only snacking on some cookies but snacking on the enemy team later tonight. So folks, stay tuned for that. Right now though, you're going to see Talon come in, try to stop the point from being completely overrun and taken, but it looks like the overtime will hit 0, which means the first flashpoint will go to the Pennsylvania team. Which, by the way, folks, the team we're going against, the team green team's going against Pennsylvania. That doesn't mean Gold Team will be playing against a Pennsylvania team. It's just, you go against whoever, and so we could get a team. Gold Team's been fortunate enough. We've actually played a team from Kansas. We've played a team from Canada. And then we played a team from New Jersey, so we kind of went around the globe, or not the globe, but the continent of North America, and it's been quite interesting, to say the very least. So anyway, right now watching Peyton with Orisa right now. She's just kind of in the back lines, needing to get a little, probably pushy here for her team, because they really gotta rally behind her. You see the Reinhardt, who just stuck down his ult and then dashes Peyton into a wall, immediately killing her on the contact. Points at 47%, nearly halfway, and it's there, and now a little over. Green team, they struggle to take the second points, and you're gonna see Bo switch. Actually, excuse me, he's already been at Life Weaver. What I was trying to say is you're gonna see Talon switch to Farah. He's played a few times for Team Gold, and he already has that over-the-head advantage right now, and which is actually a good thing that he's switching to Farah, because it makes it very hard to hit him with the kind of characters that the team is playing. The team he's playing against right now. I mean, everyone on the enemy team, if you look through it, they don't have someone who can hit an aerial player. At least if they are high above the ground, to say the least. Right now you're going to see Bo play Brig for the first time. Brig, to explain her, basically, she's got a hammer that works like a slingshot kind of. It flings back and forth. You can hit people with it. It does helps everybody around you. She can also give health in other ways as well, but she can have a passive healing with that. So, second flashpoint has been taken. That means there's only one flashpoint left for Team Pennsylvania to take, and they've swept the series 3-0. which will move Team Green to the 0-3 record. Team Gold, though, at 1-2, hopefully to make that even this week. And, you know, one thing that Team Gold has kind of gotten kind of unfortunate with is the teams we've played against, they've had Grandmasters or Masters. And James, I mean, there's a big difference between us who are, you know, roughly Plat and Diamond players compared to one of a Master. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a huge difference.
Definitely.
Yeah, a huge difference within the skill gap just because they spend, well, a lot of time on the game. There was one player we played against who had over 1,000 hours. I mean, can you name me something you've spent 1,000 hours of your life doing? Well, Overwatch is one thing for a couple of players on one of the teams we face. So, you know, some people, that's what they excel at, and that's what they succeed at. And, you know, it wouldn't be a surprise to me if they, if that's what they go into like, not profession, but with esports, they can get a scholarship opportunity with it. Just being, you know, good at a video game. And that's actually one thing that this offers esports is that it offers a greater advantage and chance after high school for students to go on to be engineers and, you know, technicians and, you know, anything, even agriculture. You can get a degree in agriculture with the help of a scholarship in esports. Really, there's some great things that this can do here. And, you know, but anyway, continuing on with the match right now, points at 95%, it's 4 away, and it looks like that will seal it. That will be the deal. That will be the duct tape over the open wound. That's it, folks. That's it for Team Green. It's a 3-0 sweep for the Pennsylvania team. We're going to see the play of the game by the Reinhardt. That's the big old jolly man who looks a little like Santa. Let's see what he does to get this play of the game. He swings his hammer and then pushes Peyton far back with his push, but then he just switches back to his hammer and takes 2 players down. So that will be the last play of the game. So that's it for Team Green. That is all. Team Gold will be up in about 12, 13, 14 minutes. That coverage will be done by Samuel McKinney. So all the great stuff on his end, and appreciate it. And appreciate everybody who was able to watch and tune in for Team Green. This has been Crinan Prophet, the Cobra commentator. And peace out, everybody. And we'll be back with you quite shortly with Team Gold.
Test, test, test. Okay, whoa. Hello.
Our future will be full.
Why did they? Hello. 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 Oh, what's the default? Oh, what's the default? There. Oh, what's the default? There. Oh, what's the default? Oh, what's the default? There. There. Oh, what's the default? There. There. Oh, what's the default? There. What's the default? There. There. Oh, what's the default? There. And alrighty, folks, welcome back to Jackson Heights Cobras Esports. We have the gold team here today. We're playing against a team from New Jersey, I do believe on the East Coast. But once again, I want to thank you guys very much for watching the Cobra Esports and continue to support our Cobras. So do want to send a message to everybody. Good luck and have fun as they are about to get on with the game. Looks like they're just confirming things, and we will be right there at the game. So just a PSA for everybody watching. One of the opponent members had to use the restroom real quick, so respect that, and we will be right back with it. Alrighty, and we are back, and it looks like they are playing control. So we can go over here and look. Two teams fight to hold a single objective on a map, while on the control point, the team's percentage adds up. First to 100 wins. Pretty self-explanatory. So let's get right into Overwatch. As the Cobras march off, looks like they're going to go ahead and conclude with this. Currently known as Kansas 36 is now capturing. Kyson and David are now trying to control the point, making sure, and it looks like they are on the board right now with 3%, 4%. Crittenden right now trying to hold off. Let's go over, move over to James Bottom. Sneaking up from behind, taking on, as nobody has been dying yet. Very good so far for the Cobras. Moving over to David playing the tank once again. Very known to play a tank, as we've seen in the last 2 weeks. David gets eliminated. Looking over at Felicity once again, playing her support. Looks to be healing
Kyson Prophet. Taking over at Kyson, getting the kill. Let's look at the stats real quick. James is actually up with his kills at 3. Only 1 assist and 1 death. Very good so far, actually. Kyson with having 4, but no assists. Other team already has combined of 4 deaths. The other team members don't have any. Kyson taking over the points. Lost it. So now the opposing team now has the advantage over them. James falling back, trying to catch up to the rest of his team. Not a good start for the Cobras right now. Hopefully they can pull together. Needing a much needed head start in the wins right now. Spectating Crendon. Frozen, it looks like. But freed. Crendon hops around trying to figure out whatever he can do to get the capture point captured. And it looks like the Cobras now have it. So now they stopped them at 91%. Now they got to get back all the way up from 47%. Cobras have a long way to go with this, but they're doing very, very well right now. Taking a look at the stat sheet again. James Bottom has 5 kills, 2 assists, and 2 deaths. But it looks like David and Crendon both have 6. Kyson having 7 so far, but having the most deaths out of anybody. Crendon trying to spiral around, getting the kill against Doomguy22 with Kyson getting the main kill, Crendon getting the assist. Kyson going down, but David getting the kill against the opposing team. Felicity using her healing skills to heal Kyson. But that doesn't matter because Kyson, Crendon, and Felicity are both knocked down. Taking a look at James over here. Knocked down right now. So we're going to go over here to David playing the Wrecking Ball known as with a tank. Not a very good start for them. Got the early lead, but it didn't really matter to them as much because once the other team got it, it was game over for the Cobra. So now on to round 2 to see if they can figure out if they can stop them. So Cobras are marching down the field right now, looking to take that control point once again. Control point unlocks in 13 seconds. Kyson already getting the kill for first blood. Doomguy is 22. Looks to be David's taking a lot of damage and is knocked out by Block's QU. But saved by the Mercy, which is being played by Felicity. So David's already back up on his feet and going. Kyson gets another kill. A Reaper against a Reaper. Crendon getting 2 kills in a row. Plenty of assists though. Kyson getting assist. Kyson getting the kill. Crendon having assist. And it looks to be Crendon is wanting to play Damage. Mia, a very well-known character from the original Overwatch one, transferring over. Right now, they're trying to barricade off anything to get away from the opposing team, as it is at 44% to 0%. Cobra's holding out well. Crennan getting another kill with that, as they are just taking over this control point. Looks to be a very one-sided game so far. Very well for the Cobras, as David is trying to barricade up and getting some kills in and make sure they're pushing back this team, going at 71% to 72%. Something changed between these Cobras in between rounds, and this is a brand new team making sure nothing is getting in between them. Now at 84%, Cobras just need 15%. But now 10%. David playing the excellent role of a tank, but James getting a kill. Tyson getting a double kill. James now having a double kill. Stuck at 99% now, going into overtime, and they get it. Well done for the Cobras. Looking at that, 100% to 0%. Complete 180. But now we have round 2 complete, going with 1-1 right now. Tied game. So now they get a 30-second rest to talk over their game plan.
This will not be won without sacrifice. Be ready.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are off the marches. Control point unlocks in 26 seconds. So now they need to rush over and secure that right as about when it unlocks. Looking at Kyson. Kyson teleports over to try and make sure already barricade. Looks like Kyson went in head first and didn't realize he needed his other team support. But now control point is already unlocked. Looks like Cobra's already capturing it. Oh, that was a very close one, folks. I don't know if you saw, but they looked like they almost choked that securing, but they didn't. So now they're up at 7%. Looking just be a blast battle right now. No deaths, really. So the Mercies are on both teams are doing quite well. And as we have first blood in this mayhem with David getting a kill, and then Kyson. Now Crennan against Doomguy 22. Crennan getting a double kill with Felicity getting an assist and Kyson getting a main kill. Now they have barricaded it off. Now already a one-sided match yet again for these Cobras. Want to remind you guys on how much sportsmanship and teamwork can go a far long ways. No matter what, don't look at your loss, look at what you can get for wins. No matter if you start 0-1, you can finish out the rest of the season with wins. So we're looking over here with David playing the tank yet again. So far, an interesting. There is not much to really talk about, as the Cobra is just annihilating this other team with nearly getting a whole team kill on one person. So it looks like at 91%, as long as the Cobras do not let the other team even try to secure, it is GG's for this other team. Stuck in overtime right now at 99%. So now they need to hold off and make sure to get rid of everybody out of this control point. So David had a 10-player kill streak going very strong for this team. Look to be like Felicity is reviving David. Felicity being a main help with this team. And you read that word, folks. Victory for this team. So now they have won the one match. Not saying they're good rounds. Amazing play of the match by the opposing team playing as the Reaper. So now we are back at this screen, so that means break time. So once again, get your snacks, get some drinks, use the bathroom. Get ready for match 2 of this Overwatch Season 1, Week 4 for these Cobras. We'll be back. And we are back, Cobra fans. So right now they are preparing their defense.
I never stop.
My ultimate's charging. Only the merciful deserve mercy.
2, 1.
Now all at 0, so everything is reset with everything. Now they must defend Objective A with 3:49 to go. Gotta do as much as I can to hold this out. to make sure they do that percent of margin stays 0. David right now getting some healing help. Now we have this Mercy still being played as Felicity, so it doesn't really look like they changed much characters. From what I can tell, they look like they kept the same, if I am right. No, sorry, I am wrong. Krinen actually did switch to the soldier that is a damage, so he still is on that damage roll. Now Felicity healing her teammates right now, so we're going to go over right now to Krinen, who has actually died. So now we're going to watch him go back and try to get back to that main point so they can defend. But it looks like the opposing team has not done anything. So with 2:24 to go, we're starting at 4 minutes, nearly at the halfway mark. Cobra team has been holding it, but can they produce the same kind of energy on the offensive side? We're going to go over here to James Bottom, still playing his support, Lucio. So having these two supports aren't actually a bad idea for the Cobras. They have worked out quite well. Especially for Felicity, she does all this training at home with this game that she has done extremely well with playing as Mercy. Going over here to David. Looking over here at the stats once again. No deaths for James and David and Felicity, which is very astonishing to see. They're holding this quite well. Other team having 33, 111 in deaths. So David's on a 7-8. David is on a roll right now, but we're going to go over here to David marching over after he died.
60 seconds remaining.
Ooh, not a good idea for the Cobras right now. The objective, they did get taken over, and it is going up very, very, very quickly. But can they stop this? David coming over with Felicity. Felicity and look to be Krinen and Kyson. Now the whole team is over here trying to get it down, staying at 82.4%. Can they do it with 35 seconds left? It looks to be not. Oh, it stops at 98.4% with 27 seconds to go. So now they need to stop the payload from going. Cobra's marching over right now to go and try to stop this payload from reaching his destination point. Felicity on her own and is eliminated. Looks to be like Krinen and James Bottom both get kills. So now we're going to go over to Kyson. Tyson trying to get close. He is very close, but is trying to make sure not to get killed. Especially going up against a tank like that, which does heavy damage. Slow, but heavy damage does a lot. Just be like David swinged across, and now is like just rolling around, trying to get this payload to stop. But David is knocked out with his famous wrecking ball. Nice little hamster, you know, into the game. But now they're very close. It is a 1-to-1 ratio, it feels like, which is trying to make sure Reaper against Reaper right now. Can they get it out? Guys are trying to move away. And opposing Reaper did win that battle right now. But doesn't mean this is over right now. So now we have 1:15 to go with this, and the payload now marching forward. Not a very good sign for the Cobras. As I remember from 2 weeks ago, they did struggle against with this payload, and that is one of their losses with this. So it doesn't seem like much change for their game plan stopping this payload. Guys being healed by Felicity. Now we have that one-on-one Reaper battle right now, but they both back off. Taking a look at the stats right now, Crandon breaks the double, but Kaizen now broke the double with a double kill, now at 11-5, having the best ratio. Felicity only having 1 kill, but plenty of assists. Only doing 60 damage though. But she has healed the most compared to James Bottom with 2,466 to his 6,860, 971. So Felicity has done a lot to make sure her teammates are nice and healed so they do not die. Now Tyson getting another double kill. Now it looks like the whole team was knocked out, so now they have to start right back over to their beginning point. Now they must march right back over to try to figure out what the heck they're gonna do to stop this payload. So now marching into the right where they respawn. So a very good thing for the reason why this is over here is now when the opposing team gets a death, they have to march all the way back over here. So that is one plus sign to stopping this payload right here. So now we have 48 seconds to go with 20.18 meters left. So now Kyson and James are both knocked out right now, which is not a very good sign. But it keeps on marching forward, hoping to stop this. Kyson blasting away right now, being healed by Felicity. Crinan is unfortunately knocked out right now. Kyson getting another double kill. Kyson moving around, trying to get the kill, knocking out blocks Kiyu. We're going to take a look over here at Grindon. Like I said before, Crinan is playing the soldier. And now that round is over, so now they have a 2-0, looking at a distance of 58.9 meters, and time remaining is 0. So they didn't really stop this much. So now, can the Cobras repeat on what the opposing team did? I don't know how to go find out. So now they're assembling their heroes with 15 seconds left. Do want to let you guys know, watching at home, if you are, we are having a middle school girls basketball game. So, you know, if you're not watching that and you're watching this, at least you're supporting your Cobras. But people who are at the home game, we do appreciate you guys coming out and supporting those middle school girls.
You have an intense gaze, Doctor.
Now we're going to go over here at James Bottom, preparing to attack in 33 seconds. So those doors do not open until 30 seconds after.
Dead weight gets left behind.
So very looking forward to seeing what these Cobras can do, to see if they can replicate on what this opposing team did. Be very, very interesting to see what we can do with this team as they march now forward.
No holding back. Let's move.
James marching out on his own, though it looks to be like, I do believe he switched up characters. Not quite too sure who this is. I do not have an updated roster on the newer characters, so I apologize. Looks to be like this opposing team is already off to a good start with knocking out plenty of our characters.
No hay vuelta atrás.
Interesting matchup to see right now. Just seeing if how they can replicate all of this stuff that they had to defend on against. So James is knocked out by Doomguy 2022. I apologize once again. Do not have as much broadcasting experience as you know my infamous partner Crinden, so give credit where it's due. Crinden is phenomenal at broadcasting this stuff. The guy can talk for ever and ever, and I just great guy who does stuff for this school. Give him a pat on the back for all this. So now we look at Felicity over here playing the Mercy still, not really changing her characters. Looking at the score, it looked like David finally swapped out playing Zara. Still at a tank, so David does really like that tank. So Kansas 36, Crinden did switch out. Do not see on my list on this. I apologize. I actually do. That is Sojourn. Now we have Felicity. She actually finally switched up her character to play Mora. Now we're seeing a brand new kind of roster looking at this, not sticking to their original characters, getting some fresh air for this team. Felicity knocked out. We're going to go ahead and go over to switch to Kyson. Doing a kind of a 2v1 over here with no help. They finally rolled back in with this tank. Now, Kyson's just over here doing 1v1 with Reaper and knocked out by Blocks QU. Going to see a lot of that today. Just those Reapers battling each other. Go ahead and go over to Crinden. Getting behind David, the tank. Trying to knock out the opposing team's tank. As they do not succeed right now, so they are just having a tough time even trying to push this. "35 seconds left. Not a very good start with 0% remaining. This is not a very good start for these Cobras. So look to be David switched characters to Diva, another famous Overwatch 1 character. Plenty of fans of this game support this character in every single bit of a way. Gonna look over here to look to be Felicity, but Felicity is actually knocked out right now, so this team does not know how to do this game mode right now. As I saw 2 weeks ago, they did the same exact kind of thing of they allowed the opposing offense to just get really ahead, but then when it was their turn, they couldn't even get to objective A to start the payload. So, but not to worry though, because 2 weeks ago they did win. Even though they lost this match, they did win. So maybe it'll be like another like 2 weeks ago where, you know, might lose a couple rounds, but in the end, you know, you win. So we will be right back, Cobra friends, fans, whatever you guys want to call yourselves. We will be right back after we take a break. And we are back, Cobra fans. So right now we're going to look at this info screen right over here. So now they're playing Flashpoint. So that's 2 teams of 5 players each fight on the same map to capture multiple objects. So let's go over here to Overwatch. So now we're going to look at Crinden over here. Now, I do want to let you guys know, Crinden did switch to support. Actually, marks the first time as I'm commentating that he is playing a support. But if we look over here at James Bottom, he did switch over to a damage, and it looked like he did play Sorgen. Now they look like they're capturing this. 21% stuck for the Cobra. So right now they are going to 11%. And my apologies for not having sound for y'all. I'll get that up real quick. There you go. Now you can hear all the beautiful sound game effects that these developers have made to intrigue your thoughts. Now, Crinden gets annihilated by Snippets. Now we're going to go over here to James. Once again, now playing it damage. So James now getting a kill against Doomguy 22. David getting a kill against Liquefy. Once again, looks like Kyson is not winning that Reaper matchup much. Felicity getting a kill against Snippets. So now they now capture this. So now it's going at 87-88. So now it's stuck to 88. So now we have to go at 25% and up. So now they have to hold his ground, because I think if they lose the control point, I think that is game for that round. So they cannot lose this. But they could prove me wrong once again, as they have always have, defying these Overwatch 2 expectations. Now we're going at 61%. James slides over. Now we're going to look over here at David. So lashing away, playing as this tank once again. Felicity and James both being knocked out right now. Now we're going to head over back to Felicity. Not a good right now. It looks like overtime for 99% on both. Not the first time this has happened. Probably won't be the last. So now they are just fighting over the control point, and whoever can secure it first wins the round. It looks like now it is in the Cobra's favor. So now we're going to see. They did secure this point so far. So now round 1 is over. Now going to the next flashpoint, marking over there. So now we're going back. Compared to capture, where it's just a one objective and that's it, you have multiple you got to capture. And so you're not going back to your respawn points. You're just continuing on. Those who are saying, well, that looks like just capture, but like you just continue. Basically the point. So now flashpoint unlocks in a second. Right now, no teams are able to capture it. You got to eliminate everybody out. But it does look like now the Cobras lost it. Now the opposing team now does have it. But it stops, goes down, and it's going right back up. So now the Cobras have to march right back over. We are now viewing Felicity, Crinden, and Kyson. Opposing team now has the points, and now they're up at 14%, 15, and on.
A taste of poison.
So now it looks like they're just trying to game plan on how to get at this advantage point. So looks to be that did not work out for Kyson very well, as he is eliminated by Snippets. Up 41%. Cobras need to figure out how to stop the opposing team from just gaining more percentage. Looks like David gets a kill, but then is knocked out. So was Felicity. So now we're going to mark over to Kyson playing the Reaper. Look over here at the stats. James has 9, David has 10, Crinan has 10, Felicity has 1, but 10 assists. Kyson has 12. Kyson has been one of the leading, 13 now, leading kill leaders. So it looked like David did switch to Roadhog compared to what he was playing Ramarda. Pardon my French. But now it is a 99% to a 0%. So if the opposing team wins, that they get the point. But not so long very much as the Cobras now take over. So now they have to mark all the way back up to 100%. Because if the other team gets it, that's a point for them. So now it'll be a 1-1 if they do. But they can make this 2 now that they just secure the parameter.
Still charging up.
Looking at Felicity's still not the one breaking double digits in her kills, but breaking double digits in her assists. Still having the most healing points with 5,603. Now crossing the halfway mark for the percentage. Cobra's had basically 50% to stand there and get the percentage, but now they have to work this 50% on making sure these opposing teams do not secure it. So they have a lot of work to do to make sure looking over here, Kyson is trying to make sure we get an overtime and he succeeds. So now we have an overtime, but right now the other team is now securing it, and it looks like it did get stopped. That is a very good thing from these Cobras. And it looks like it's continuing, and another overtime. So now it slides down, and they do get the point. So once again, the round doesn't kind of end, it kind of just continues, and they move marching forward. Kind of the whole premise of flash, 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 you know, right there, right there, right there. Now it unlocks in 20 seconds. Look to be like, do we have any changes? And looks like David changed once again, marking the second time he's changed to Wrecking Ball. Very popular for him.
My condition is improved.
I thought the opposing team had that advantage point, but I guess not, because now now they do. Stop. Wait a minute. As they are now in control of that, so now the Cobras have to march right back over, as 3 of them are wiped out. So now they got to march all the way back over to figure out what they're going to do. Can only imagine what kind of conversations they're having. Hopefully not screaming at each other.
Railgun charged.
Because I bet you when they win, they're not screaming at each other. They're all excited and everything.
Taking them down. Efficient design at work.
James getting his kill, double kill, actually with Felicity having support. But David's knocked out as his tank. Full of death sound for the hamster. Kyson getting a kill, Kearney getting knocked out. James finally getting another kill. Kyson getting another kill. We're going to see over here, now they're capturing. So now they stuck at 82%. 5% and up. And it looked like they might get another 50% for free, as long as the other team doesn't march forward as quickly as like last time. It could get more, but it doesn't look like it will be like last time. They march very quickly over. James getting a kill. I'm gonna move over here. Felicity healing James. To David playing his tank once again. It does look like he changed once again to Roadhog. So David really liking to change characters, spicing it up. Maybe it's kind of a tactic for him to be able to change characters. So whatever it is, that's worked out quite well for him. Now they are getting up there with 72%, 10% remaining. David jumping around. We're going to move over to Felicity healing up David. So that is a great scheme that they have right now. Making sure they consider now above 10%. Now all they have to do is make sure they don't go into overtime. But they do. Now once again, overtime is just wipe out everybody out of that disco floor and dance their party away. So it looks like they did wake up and grab a brush and put a little makeup on. Now they're up 2-1. But once again, they march over to a new objective point. Roaring laughter from their room. So it looks like they're having a grand old time right now. So just remember, this is all still for fun and games. No heart taken seriously. So now we're going to move over to Kyson right now. Let's look at the stat sheets yet again. Kyson and James breaking the 20 mark. But it looks like Felicity has the most deaths. Right now, it's just a 0-0, so like they're just kind of a little even right now, not knowing what much to do. Both figuring out their schemes. I'm gonna ahead and go over to not Crendon, he's dead. To James. One thing I will give credit to Crendon is I don't know how much he could talk and not have water. Holy cow. Mouth is so dry. And David marching back over yet again, changing to Ramatara. Looks like James is eliminated, so now they're opposing him as 50% mark, so not very good for the Cobras right now. But it's not like they stopped at 82% for and then won the previous one. Oh wait, they did. So I'm feeling pretty good right now for the Cobras as long as they can continue this. But not very good right now because David, Crendon, and James both were gone. Now they have to march all the way back over. So, as the character said, it's a very mild inconvenience right now. So 98%. It looks like they do get the points. Now it is a very tied game right now, 2-2. So not knowing much about this game, I wouldn't be surprised if Next Point wins the match. Looks like David is trying to just shield Felicity from dying right now. Didn't do a very good job with that as Felicity is knocked out. But David is just trying to get away, not knowing where his other really teammates are. Trying to get to them. And now it looks like the Cobras have a lead right now, going at 3% and up. So not an easy 50% like the other times, but no matter for the Cobras as they are up 20%, it looks like. Kyson getting a double kill. But now we're going to go ahead and Tyson's the first one to reach the 30-7. Very good KD rating.
Put them in the ground. You are safe with me. Your miscalculations will cost you everything.
Going ahead and switch over real quick on possible Felicity. We're going to head take another. And yeah, I was pointed out, James did switch characters. Now he is playing Echo. $85% remaining. I'm staying quiet for this one as I do not want to jinx anything. 95 and ooh, stuck at 96. I did jinx it. I'm sorry, folks at home. 10%. Now they just got to march right back over. It looks like
You're sniffing.
trying to get the kill. They do with snippets. 33% and up, but Cobras do have reached over halfway of capturing it, but not much. It's stuck right now, and they do capture it. So now all they have to do is 98-99 overtime once again. Very conflicted in that area, so has to go to overtime. So Crinan is just trying to
Pain is inevitable.
heal, make sure get the win, and they do. But that does put up the Cobras to 2-1, I do believe. So let's look at this play of the game over here by the other team. Blocks QU, that Reaper. Getting that double kill, triple kill now. That was that earlier point when the first point where, you know, the Cobras got that point. So as I was saying, good round right now. So now we are going to take an intermission to take some break. For you folks at home, get some water, popcorn, everything like that. So we will be right back. We are the Jackson Heights Cobras. And hello, Cobra friends. We are back once again. Now playing push. So that is 2 teams of 5 players. Each fight to take control of a robot and pushing it towards the enemy base. The team wins by covering more distance than the enemy within a set period of time or by pushing the robot all the way till the end. Now we are over here getting ready to take on the opposing team. 15 seconds to go with a little warm-up time. Very excited to see what is going to happen with this. I do believe the Cobras won last time 2 weeks ago. So just a friendly reminder, the Cobras are up right now, 2-1 right now. So we are already going ahead and seeing that just a nice little banter with these Cobras, you know, the little characters and everything like that. Nice little input with these characters. Now we are off to the marches with these Cobras. Three, two, one. Now we are off, and it already looks like the other team is already getting behind with this Cobras team. So now Robot is already moving forward, not pushing so far yet. So these Cobras just need to figure out how to get this Robot to go, and Robot is actually going backwards to get it, but Crinden says, nah, we're not doing that today. You're going back right over here. So we're going to go ahead and move over to Felicity, queuing up Kyson, who teleported across. Now, this robot is slowly moving over once again. It's a slow move, but it makes a lot of distance over time. The whole premise of the robot is it's got to push it over, but if the other team comes and tells the robot to go back, it's got to march all the way back, and there's a very slow march, so it does take a while. But it does make great distance over time. So the Cobras can't keep this robot just over here, not marching backwards like it is right now. Then they shouldn't have no problem just slowly pushing it across. We're going to go ahead and move over to Kyson playing the Reaper already. Looking at the stats, David and James are on top of the leaderboard right now with no deaths. Kyson's the only one with a death right now. Robot slowly going over, getting over the near the halfway mark. It almost looks like with 49.50, it does look like it does get over the halfway mark. So at 53.55 halfway mark, Cobra has really, no one has really died yet. So these Cobras have gotten very, very well. Felicity with 7 assists though, and 2,027 healing points. I'm sorry for being quiet, folks. It's just watching this amazement. Just Cobra is just kind of 180'd over here of just pushing this robot and making sure like nobody has really died yet. Kyson has died twice, but he's the one. He's kind of forward a little bit, so kind of reasoned with. So now we're gonna move over here with Crinden. And Crinden now finally getting one, and Felicity as well. So it looked like they didn't really change much besides David changing his character once again. Now we're going to see. Now everyone having one death. So now this robot is marching backwards, which is not a very good sign as it's crossing the midway point. James is trying to knock out everybody so that way the robot goes back. as it's wanting to push, but it hasn't yet. James knocked out. We're going to go ahead and move over to Corindon, which now is leading the robot back to where it was. About the 3/4 midway point between the second half. These Cobras have gotten a lot with 101.82 compared to that one little measly meter. Now the Cobras are now just trying to secure this and make sure the robot just keeps pushing forward. It's stopped right now. So Kyson is knocked out. So is Corindon. So now we're going to move over to James, who's up on some high level. Goes down, trying to do a 1v1 right now with an opposing team. So now it looks like they are just trying to get this robot to turn right back around and not push forward, as it is pushing forward on the opposite side. Not a very good thing for these Cobras, as they got over to 3/4, but then just did a 180. Not very good right now. They did stop the robot from continuing pushing. So now the Cobras all have to do is just try to get that robot to go, and it does. Oh, and it stops. It's stunned right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to the known Mercy for support. So now right now Felicity is just flying around, you know, trying to heal everybody, trying to make sure this robot doesn't go backwards, and it sadly does. But no means no to telling this robot, as the robot stays still, and it doesn't like no for an answer as it continues to push. But that don't matter, as the robot finally listens. It goes all the way back. Now Kyson getting a kill with Felicity being a assist. So looks like now Felicity and Kyson are now just leading this robot. Kyson teleports over to get it cut in front of that robot. Marches up the stairs. We can go ahead and jump over to not Kernan. He's dead once again. James wants it dead again. David, not having to switch characters yet, was eliminated. So now we are going to go ahead and switch over to Felicity, trying to get this robot to turn around with 2:48 left. Mind you, a team wins by covering more distance than the enemy, but they can also just push it all the way and win the game early. So as long as they hold it down pretty well, I mean, they've gotten pretty far. I think the Cobras just kind of realize as long as they kind of keep that distance not even at the halfway point, they're set to win this point. Felicity knocked out, so I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Kyson. Kyson playing the well-known Reaper. We're going to go ahead and take a look at stats. Grinning actually leading despite being a support. I guess it shows how much of a damage he really is at. Down the scene is robot getting over at 50 meters, so not wanting what Cobras really want. But no less, 1:37 left. You know, as long as it doesn't pass really 100, Cobras should be in good condition. Jumping over to David, dead once again. So, but despite that, you know, Curtin does have less deaths than everybody else, but it's not like it's much, about equal actually with this. Felicity not doing much. She's really just a full-time healer. I've noticed in the pattern, like she just heals and heals and heals, which is what we need to keep these deaths down. Robot going back now with 50 seconds left. As long as that robot just kind of just stays over there. You know, Cobras do have this in the bag. So we're going to look at David just annihilate the opponent's tank. About 35 seconds left. And the robot now marching forward. Contested. So. Don't want to really jinx anything right now, but I think Cobras just have this secured. About 12 seconds to go. I don't see. And now it's even more pushing forward. So I think that is a wrap on this round. A great round, I will say. In overtime, guys are having a 5-player kill streak. Push. They got to keep pushing. They got to get rid of that one player that's around that area. They do. So now that overtime is going down. Can they get this? And it looks like they do. Much needed victory for these Cobras. Look at this lineup right now. A great lineup. Look at this play of the game once again by the opposing team. Snippet. Looks like they have a lot of play of the matches, but they're not really winning matches right now. So 3-1. Amazing game for these Cobras. Honestly, they have improved a lot, actually. So now, let's go ahead and take a look over here to these future things that we have right now for our lineup. So today, once again, we had the middle school girls basketball game. Tomorrow, the kindergarten goes to the pumpkin patch. Very exciting. And tomorrow, we also do have our first playoff game at home in a very long time. Against Mission Valley. That starts at 7 o'clock. Then we do have on that Saturday a FCCLA sponsored haunted trail. And then once again we go to state cross country at Wamego with Nate Link. So do come out and support him. And then we have the Halloween, obviously, an elementary trunk or treat, starting at 2 to 3 p.m. Now we're going to go ahead and take a sneak peek at November. I hate to say that, but we are getting close to November, the 26th of October. So we do have a High School Scholars Bowl meeting on November 2nd. And from November 1st to November 4th is an FFA National Convention at Indy. November 2nd is a middle school girls basketball game at home against Pea Ridge. November 3rd is the high school football regionals. And then November 6th and November 10th is the fall athletic buffer week. So that would mean conclude of our fall sports. So 3-1 for these Cobras. Very astonishing. They did lose that the hybrid. We're going to take a look over here. So that hybrid, they did fail really to let the other team stop to capture the payload and then escort it. And when they did get the chance on the offense, they couldn't even capture it. So that might need to be something they need to work on during practice is hybrid. As 2 weeks ago, they did lose about the same, actually in the same way. But nonetheless, they do very, very well in other game modes with control, and the two teams just the first 100 win, and then obviously you saw the flashpoint did give up a couple of times, but nonetheless they did get that win. And then of course push when they just excel, and that robot just skyrocketed to 103 meters. Astonishing. So once again, Cobra fans, another exciting Cobra esports match of Overwatch Week 4. Want to thank you guys so much for watching. and have a good night.